Hi, this is Mr. Knowles, and this is a video about using the area model of multiplication strategy to solve double-digit multiplication problems. We've been learning about this strategy in class with our Bridges Math series, and I'm going to be using Home Connection 13 worksheet to go through some of the problems. So it'd be really helpful if you could get that worksheet either from me in class, or I believe I have it available on my webpage as a PDF. You could download it, print it at home or somewhere outside of school. So let's get started. One way to think of a multiplication problem like 13 times 15 is to picture it in the form of a rectangle. We have been doing this a lot in class recently. When you do this, the two numbers you're multiplying are the dimensions of the rectangle, and the area of the rectangle is the answer. The advantage of looking at it this way is that you can actually see the pieces or partial products that make up the whole total. This home connection provides more practice using this area model to solve double-digit multiplication problems. Down below is an example. You'll notice the 13 up above is right here, and they break it up into its different parts or place value parts. And then you'll notice the number 15 is right here, broken up into its parts. And that's going to be helpful on the base 10 grid. And then down below you can see where they're using this model to solve the problem. It's changing the pen. So you can see where they did 10 times 10 is 100. And then they did 5 times 10 over here is 50. And then down here they did 30 times 10, or 3 times 10 is 30, excuse me. And then over here they did 3 times 5 is 15. And then they added up those partial products and they got 195. So 13 times 15 is 195. All right, let's do a couple problems together. Number 1, fill in and label these sketches to solve the multiplication problems below each sketch. Write an example to show how you found the total area and fill in the answer to the multiplication problem. All right. Well, this rod here, that represents 10, plus each dash is a 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 10 plus 5, this number's 15. And along the side, this rod represents the number 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This represents 15. Now I just have to simply figure out the area and add them up, the partial products. It's going to make my pen a little thicker. All right, so 10 times 10 is in this section. And 10 times 10 is 100. The next one to the right represents 5 times 10. 5 times 10 is in this area. So I have 5 columns of 10, or 10 rows of 5. 5 times 10, I know that's 50. Now I'm going to go to the lower left-hand corner. I have 5 times 10 in this area. 5 times 10, well, that's 50. And then to the right, I have a 5 times 5 area. That's 25. Now I just have to add those up. So I have 100, 50, 50, 25, and I would add them up. is 5, 12, 225. So my answer is 225. You'll notice another line down here, and what they want you to do is go and write 100 plus 50 plus 50 plus 25 equals 225. All right, let's do another one. So this represents 10. This is 3. So this number up here, this is the number 13. On the side here, that represents 10. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7. So this represents the number 17. All right. Now I simply just find the area of these sections of the rectangle that it's making. So this is 100. So I put 100 down here. Down below, 10 times 7, that's 70. I'm going to put that here. Now I'm going to go over here to 3 times 10, that's 30. And my last one is 7 times 3. Well, I know that's 21. And now I just have to add those up. I'm going to do it on the side over here. 12, 221. So my answer is 221. And hopefully you guys are able to follow along with me. Looks like I have some time. Do a couple more. Number 2. Make a labeled sketch to solve each multiplication problem below. For each one, write an equation to show how you got the total and fill in the answer to the multiplication problem. So this is basically the same thing, except we have to put in our own little rods and dashes. So down below I have 14. So I'm going to put a line here that represents 10, and 14 would be 4 dashes or 4 dots, or not 14, the number 4 of the 14. So 10 and 4, really that's 14. And then the 16, that'd be a rod or a stick that represents 10. And then the 6 of the 16 would be 6 of these. And now I just have to solve the problem. So 10 times 10, that's 100. Down below, 4 times 10, that's 40. Up in the upper right hand corner, 10 times 6, that's 60. And lower right hand corner, 4 times 6 is 24. So I have 100, 60, a 40, a 24. It's 4, 6 and 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12, carry the 1. My answer is 224. So 224. I also want you to write this piece out too. Get in the habit of doing that. That's showing the partial products, which is an important concept in math. All right, hope you're able to follow along. I think I have time for one more. I think I'll do it in blue. So I have 13. So that's a 10 and 3 of these. That represents 13. And I have 18. So it's one of these is 10 and 8 of these. Sounds like a lot. This is 8. 18. All right. Now I just have to find the area of these partial products. 10 times 10 is 100. 8 times 10, that's 80. Lower left-hand corner, I have 3 times 10, that's 30. And I have 3 times 8, that is 24. If you're not sure, you could always count them all. I'm going to add these up real quick. I have a 4, 8, and 2, that's easy, that's 10. And then the 3, that makes 13. Carry the 1, 234. So my answer is 234. And I'd like you to write this piece out too. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I want you to continue on and try to complete the rest of the problems. Bring it in to me, and we'll look at it and see how you're doing. Take care.